Yeah, the boss is gonna be crying. I mean, I think they're gonna be on their job. I don't know, you know. I mean, yeah, I could say it's God because the reason I was gonna make a video and even was up and it, get out the shower when I was crunk is because, and I'm not a warmonger. People dying. It's just like that boy that keep coming on my live talking about the bosses, and he's not a troll. You know how people egg like in high school. Egg someone on that think something, and everybody's like, ain't boy, ain't nobody fucking shut up, shut up. You know, he he's real. He knows what I'm doing. He knows there's stuff in real time. He'll make comments in real time. He'll click, and there's no way he can. That's why I hold the camera so you can see what's the people, the spies, the gang stalkers, the cars driving by or whatever. Instead of regular people, they got the live stream. All you see is their face, which is fine. I mean, that's all good, but you know, that's not what my purpose is. I ain't got no problem with that. But right now, until this shit is over, things gonna be like this. But all right. So remember, I don't like I said. Well, either way, like I said, the way I believe is God. So even if they did it thinking they gonna get me, then it's still God, because He put it in their head. So yeah, yeah. What are you talking about? And this one only pays $16, but is literally long term, temp to perm, right? Meaning, I could be there. Basically, they need somebody permanently. Sound like it's a recycling joint. As I start tomorrow, I just saw about 2 hours ago. Ain't no big deal. It's over the border, about an hour from here. 7:30, no biggie. Google say 53 minutes, but I guess with traffic in the morning, I'll be leaving at 6:30. Yeah, there ain't gonna be no traffic on the highway, so probably about 45 minutes. Well, I ain't gonna speed. Ain't no need to speed, but it's 16 pretty good. Temp to perm. I don't need it. Like I said, back in the day when I really needed it, this shit. Like I said, when I first started working for these companies, it was $5, $5.25. When I really needed it, when I first got out in 2000, after I couldn't finish college, and then, everything fell apart. You couldn't find this job. From what it sounds like, it's just some. But right now, it ain't even summer. But it sounds like it's a hot, stinky place. It's a recite. It says it. You're gonna be going through dirt on a conveyor belt, which is fine with me. You just, if anything, I'd keep another T-shirt in my car so when I'm on my way home, I can change shirts. You know, and put my other shirt inside the, whatever in a bag or something till I get home and take a shower. But that's all good. And actually, that means it's pretty easy. Actually, it's probably just stinking, and you sorting out some shit. But more than likely, that means it ain't physically that hard. But and it's so that's it. Game over. I already got everything. Either way it was game over. But this is just before I said it was gonna be next year, but it's gonna be. But I'm saying this is the point. The only thing I'm thinking like is would they? It's a regular job, and it's more than likely it's gonna be in the country, and more than likely it ain't got. Nah, but being that it's a recycling, it might have some females there, but probably not many. Probably ain't got too many people. Might just be a junkyard with a few people. So it might be that makes it even better. Ain't gonna be that many people there. So I can't see them if they need people like that. That's what I'm talking about. People jobs like that, they don't come too many, but they do because a lot of times people quit. They quit. They might stay a day or two, a week or something, and then they just, like I said, especially if I don't know what they recycling, that it says dirt and conveyor belt with dirt and metal. I recycled cans before, a long time, But anyway, but it had two listings. It had one for a forklift driver, but that one paid team. That's all good. I got experience, but I ain't certified, so I just the 16. I looked the $16 one. And like, okay. But anyway, that really wasn't nothing popping up for weeks on that app. Well, but I don't be looking at it like that. But anyway, the main thing, like I said, I was gonna make a video. I was planning this for a couple of days. I keep talking about also the other guy I meant to make a video about. But the main thing is for the Mr. Blasphemer. And you say, well, how's he blaspheming just now? Because he lied. He said they follow the Bible. Mr. that work for the bosses. I show you how powerful God is. Just who I am. I mean, I don't. Obviously, I'm somebody. If y'all come on here crying and mad about this and mad about that, you want to know why? Remember a couple of weeks I was standing out here. I don't know how long ago it was, and I showed you my plaque and everything from the 82nd. But he was like stolen valor, all that bullshit. It's like, bitch, you crazy. First of all, like I said, nobody knew. If you knew about September 11th, that means you need treason charges, because that means you're part of it. So how the fuck I'm getting out the army in the year 2000. So how the hell I know, in a year or two, a year and some months, this was gonna jump off unless I had information from the perpetrators. So I would need a treason charge, right? So you can't say stolen valor, or we didn't want to go nowhere. But anyway, you're like, why are you bringing this up? Because everything y'all did, I think y'all really, because y'all know, okay, I always admitted it. That's my thing. That's the only thing that I got to literally work on. As a Christian, you was taught this all your life growing up about harboring stuff. It's the past, ain't nothing yeah, I still do. I missed it. I missed the whole thing. I did the whole 20 years. And like I said, by the time 2001 popped around, I would have had 7 years in. Well, let me do the math. 6, 7, 6. Yeah, I wouldn't have been no cherry private, so it wasn't even, who you would have been scared. Like, no, that's what I'd have been 7 years of training. That's is like training, and you just piled up, you ready to bust a nut. So yeah, wasn't nobody scared. All right, so my point in bringing this up, Mr. Big Mouth, who I don't know why he said that, seriously, because y'all never said that in all these 20 years y'all been gang stalking me. It didn't bother me, like, oh, don't say that. It's just, it's just weird. Y'all just say weird, stupid shit that don't make sense. All right, so I'm gonna get to the point. So what happens the last couple of days? Haiti. And so you're like, what does that have to do with you and him talking shit and stolen valor? Because everything that y'all stopped me from doing that I wanted to do, this year is just coming back to bite y'all in the ass. What do you mean? That's Haiti. These are gang lords. When I first got to Fort Bragg in '94, I only had been there a couple of weeks. Maybe I don't remember the exact time frame. We were going to Haiti, bro. Clinton was the president. We got on lockdown. We were locked down. We were going to jump in. So yeah, everybody wanted to go. They were kicking people off. That's how bad people wanted to jump. Because there hasn't been a jump since World War II. Not for the 82nd, 100th, for like World War II movies. You see the black and white and the paratroopers. That's what we was gonna do. Everybody wanted to go. They were bumping people off. It was like a first class fight. Oh, we ain't got no more seats. These motherfuckers wanted to go. So you had motherfuckers. The word was getting on the street. You had like a little young lieutenants up the street, and like the infantry brigade. All this is the 82nd. Everybody's called a muster spot. A muster spot there's a combat jump. It goes on your jump wings. And yeah, we all. I had just got there. I wanted mine too. But yeah, we okay. So we got picked. But we were essential. You got to be essential. They're like, what does that have to? Because who stopped it? The Democrats. Jimmy Carter went over there supposedly be and this was the same type of shit, right? Some kind of uprising. I mean, when you're a young private, I'm brand new. I just got there a month. Matter of fact, the night before we got locked down, I spent a night. This college girl I hadn't met. She got a hotel room. That's the last time I saw her. But that's all we cared about. I had met her. Because as soon as you get there, you're trying to find, hang out around Fayetteville. But anyway, so Democrats again go over there, do their Democrat stuff. Oh, that ain't Jimmy Carter still alive? Jimmy Carter go over there as some kind of, whatever to talk shit into him. But, we gonna go over there and straighten things out. So looks like now they probably gonna have to go over there and do it again anyway. Or not, we ain't do it the first time. You should have said that's what, because I ain't even think about it. When I saw the news report yesterday, what was that, about a couple of days ago? That's the first thing I thought. I wasn't thinking about nothing I'm talking about now. I just said, damn, y'all, you should have sent us the first time. Maybe things will be straight by now. Straight things out. So everything, y'all stopped me from doing that. Y'all would consider, some show off shit. I'd have went back home to Birmingham, this and that. And then y'all had my friends and family members would have been out. Y'all got them just all evil and nasty. I tell myself it's the body snatchers. They're not the same people anyway. But and so now, should have done it the first time. And I guess Jimmy Carter, ain't he got to be like 99 or so. If he's still alive, is he dead? Anyway, y'all can look it up. But he too old to be flying around playing whatever corrupt Democrat. And like they said, and Biden now beat. See, we so young. Anybody who even remembers, I barely remember anything about Carter. I was 5, 6 years. Then I started hearing Reagan all the time by the 1980. But he was the worst president, right? Now the worst is Biden. So all that corruption, and like I said, we're private. We don't know where the hell or why it's something about some kind of uprising. I still never looked it up. The Haitian, whatever they was doing over there, we just do what we're told. And like I said, everybody, I didn't have to be there that long to know this is a cakewalk. This is gonna be a cakewalk. With 82nd Airborne against gang members. If we jump in, so none of us was scared. That's what I'm saying. That's why everybody wanted to go. But there was so-called rumors that they had put sticks with human shit where any place that could possibly be a drop zone for us to land. Some kind of voodoo shit. And when this recent thing, just recently popped off, right? After Buddy was talking all that shit about stolen valor a couple of weeks ago. And now it's just how God is like, zoom, now it's back at it. And was you like, why? Because that was the only, the one I really was set to go for. September 11th, I was already out. You already had tried to kill me, so, I'm out. I'm hurt. I'm sidelined. Well, not even sidelined. I'm done. I mean, I'm not laughing at the people that are dying at the hands of the gangs over there in Haiti. I'm laughing at y'all idiots. It's like Democrats. Anytime they in charge, people just act up because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all too busy trying to look fly and look like you in charge instead of people like me, I look like I'm in charge, but I actually know what I'm doing. That's why I walk like that or look like that, because I'm thinking about something. I'm not trying to stunt like a celebrity, an actor. I think about what we got to do. Shit, what the hot damn, it ain't shit like I'm upset. It's just, hope this shit don't take too long. Let's knock this shit out. You got any more nasty things to say, Mister Little Bitch? Come on, what you want? You just keep on talking. Yeah, the big one I think really got it was when he was on here about a few weeks ago and lied and said they follow the Bible and this and that. Boy, if you don't shut your just they're devil worshippers. They got no shame lying about that. It like they no, we all taught to know you lying, false, just whatever. Y'all not even teachers or prophets, false teachers or prophets. Y'all just losers, devil worshippers. And like I said, normally in my life, I never taught people losers and this and that up until just now. I mean, recently, to y'all idiots, and you won't stop. That's the difference. Anybody else, we get into it. You win, I win. It's over. Unless you start up again. But normally that don't happen. Y'all just keep losing and just keep somebody thought they had endless pockets, but they don't. What happened was I figured it out a while back, right after 2020. Y'all wormed your way up into, you know, more Democrats and you use the black people affirmative action to worm your way into positions where you thought you had unlimited money with American taxpayer money. Like I said, it was an investment like with George Schwartz, George Soros, and Klaus Schwab, them billionaires, Bill Gates. They invested into this program. Oprah too. Yeah, all the Oprah, the billionaires, the return is trillions. The U.S. the gold reserve, the Fort Knox. All you did was invest a couple of billion. But they now they losing it though, because it wasn't something legal they invested in. It's not like the stock market. You can lose money on the stock market, but that's what I'm saying. They can't even recuperate what they lost. Plus, they might go to prison if who knows what happens, or treason charges. The penalty for treason. But another thing, all these, and now I'm seeing more videos about black people, and like we say, the gatekeepers, just like that dude that keep covered on here, getting mad on my channel. I'm putting you in, I guess, good company. Even Chuck, they didn't punk Chuck out where he is mad too. He from Alabama. He know better. Now, there ain't too many black Trump supporters, at least that I know of. Like I said, everybody I know, they don't support Trump. Like I said, motherfuckers even mad at me, call me mad at the best interest. This and that. How you gonna vote against your best interest? You know. I'm like, what the hell you talking about? I was really surprised. Like I said, it's like the body snatchers. Because, I'm thinking these people were smart. But it's a lot of them, right? And so, but my point is, Chuck talking about if he see any more black people with Trump's stuff on, Trump gear, hats, t-shirts, he gonna punch him. And I'm like, nigga, you crazy. One, majority of them gonna be somewhere like in Georgia, Alabama, might not be in Birmingham, but if they the outskirts, open like a black Trump supporter, they packing. How big is Chuck? What, 6'6" or something? 6'4"? It ain't about fear. He know better down south. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I grew up. It ain't nobody. You just ain't finna be fighting, tussling with no big ass nigga like Charles Barkley. Ain't no throwing through the window. Niggas just gonna bust your big ass. And you done told everybody. You too way too big. It ain't nobody go. But that's the thing. See, black Trump supporters ain't gonna come gunning for you. Oh, you said that. You better take it back. Nah, everybody laughing at your ass because you stupid. But if you really talk about you serious and you gonna do it, everybody know now. You know, shit. You see Chuck, he with your Trump shit on. He talking about he gonna punch you. You know, like I said, you too big. It's like you might be an old professional athlete. That's like if you're a goddamn boxer. You know, you 6'4", you might be old. He's still professional, trained professional. He maybe not a boxer. He might be NBA. Well, shit, somebody can bust your ass.
Three signs that you need a cami shapewear. Number one, your current bra.
This. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
But
Drop
this
me
is
a
another
comment down
video. Let
below.
me
I
play the other
appreciate
one.
all the love.
Gail, you really can't say that because A, you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean, if I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Charles.
I know, Gail.
Yeah, he said merch. I guess that means a T-shirt, a hat.
Can't say that because A, you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely. Come on, Chuck.
They don't even care about, oh, that's ignorant. It's like, nah, it's stupid. Nigga, you from Alabama. You know damn well niggas don't play no big ass nigga talking about he gonna do this and that. You know better. That's, that's why I said, remember I keep telling you, that's why, you know, I've been said, the big niggas be the coolest, laid backest one, because they know not, they don't pick on, you know, at least in black cities down south, they know better. Not because they punks, they know better. Nah, it's just, that was saying. You know, they usually popular anyway because they play sports, so they ain't got no reason to be bullying people. They too busy, you know, everybody too busy trying to get some pussy. But anyway, it's just, not just get trying to, yeah, they throwing it at you, everybody. You know, what I'm just saying, they're not all just easy girls, I'm just saying. It's just, ain't nobody doing all that fighting. And that was dumb to say that. You know, I don't care how, what they got. That's what I keep telling now. We're all trying to figure out what do they have on these people that they just, they is something is up. They're threatening these Democrat gatekeepers, house niggas. They are threatening them with something. They got something on them, and they just whatever it is. I just can't imagine even falling for that shit. You know, like trying to, if you trying to come up, you're a rapper, a singer, an actor, a basketball or athlete, whatever, and they offer you this, you know, you just got to work harder. And then, you know, if they're like, well, it don't matter how hard you work, we got control of everything. You know, there's still, you might be number one in the country, but there's still 1,000 of you the same age, 18. There's 1,000 got the same talent as you. They just don't get the exposure. You know, so if you don't do this, you ain't gonna, you know, your mama ain't gonna make it. You know, you got all them little brothers and sisters. You trying to get them out the projects, but unfortunately for them, they wasn't raised by, you know, Christians, so they fall for it. Anybody else, well, I can just go to trade school. You gonna waste all that time? I guess I'll play, you know, basketball in my spare time. You know, people gonna laugh at you because you the top number one prize. I don't care. No, I'm not doing what you say. Yeah, I'm not sleeping with Puff Daddy. You know. You know, that they keep saying all these allegations with Puff Daddy. It's like, no, nope, or Harvey Weinstein, you know. And I'm talking about the men. Yeah, I'm talking about the boy. 18 is definitely old enough. Like I said, I thought about that shit in 88 when I was 14. Cause like I said, I was, you know, you knew, no, not about that. Because back then it was the Corys and a few others. The all that fucking, even Leo went, well, Leo don't come out, didn't came out like he got abused or touched. But he was in that movie, Basketball Diaries. That's why I think of him. And you know, me and him are the same age. But like I said, at 14, I had been down south for a couple of years. And I'm from Queens. Like I said, you got all them people from my neighborhood, Salt and Pepper. this and that. Run DMC will be around my. They're not that from that part of Queens, but it's a lot of them from around there. You know, hell, like I said, Eric B ain't from there, but he be driving through there. You know, selling. He drive the Mr. Softy truck. But all that. Now I'm in Alabama. I wasn't upset like that. I just it was fun, but I'm like, damn. I wanted to be a DJ. I ain't want to be a rapper, but I want, like I said, cut it up. But so for a second, I'm thinking about just for a quick second, hey, I got to run away or something. But and I think I was laughing to us because I was thinking about them. They already had them stories about the runaways who end up prostitutes. They was my 14. I was 14, and yeah, they run away to L.A. They end up living under a bridge. They sucking dick for money because they ran away trying to be famous. And so that's what I'm saying. That's why what they be talking about, they be calling these little girls and boys 14, and they see a baby who, they see, I just saw another news story about a girl who ran away with a guy, a grown ass man. She black girl, and she back now. But that's why the people really don't want to stop that shit because nobody says anything about her parents, and this and that. And it's not we're trying to get the man out of now. Do what to do with him. Nobody cares. You throw the book at him is the old fashioned word. Throw the book at him. Ain't nobody say don't do that. But first she left. And I don't care. You can say, well, when you was 12, you didn't have the energy. You still, like I said, from the time I can remember. That's like I said, why that's why I remember not being able to cross the street with, like I said, in Queens, our street was like this. It was a little bit bigger, but basically the same. The houses were smaller because it's New York. Ain't that much, room, but it's more expensive. And 2-store or 3-store really. But that same thing. We had a front fence. We had front everything. You couldn't. I remember when I couldn't even leave the front yard. If I went outside, all I could do was stay in. Then you get older, 40 or 5 years old. I could play on the sidewalk, be with friends. But that's the point. All that go. I don't care nothing about the internet. Back then, the Stranger and Candace, remember McGruff the Crime Dog, all that. They're not teaching these kids no more. Why? Because they're the main ones who want these kids to be doing that dumb shit. The Democrats. That's why they stopped making shit like that. Yeah, they try to. It's like nobody said, shame the girl. No, but her parents should have. But it's because first of all, it's too late. 12. That anybody who talk to a girl who you got your own kids or talk to a girl. I say girl. When I say girl, I'm talking about niggas my age. You talk to a girl with kids and she got a daughter. That hell no. 12-year-old and you just me and her mom. Even if you been there since she was 5 and she 12. You ain't my daddy. She dogging her mama out. Whatever. She dogging both of y'all out. I do the hell dog, because if you ain't got no girl who, there's plenty of girls I knew who they got pregnant, but at young age, but they from Christian families. I'm not saying, what I'm saying is she raised her kids, her daughter different. More than likely that girl, getting good grades, she don't talk back. But the girls and the other types, her 12-year-old. Sassy, smart. That's what the Democrats. That's what, like they said, all that Disney shit. The Disney girls, the smart mouth, sassy, all that shit. It's like nah. There. So that's what I'm talking about. The girl running away to be with a grown ass man. And that's what we're talking about. Ain't nobody like, oh, it's not his now. Ain't nobody say shit about him. You can do what y'all want. But what we're saying is we know that y'all really don't care because y'all don't want them. Because the reason we care is because she ain't gonna be 12 forever. She gonna be 22 years old in 10 years working at Walmart, which is fine. I don't care about her job. But she gonna be having an attitude, all that shit and you can't deal with it as she's supposed to be an adult. That's why. We gotta deal with these folks once they grow up. Oh, another thing I forgot to say, cause I know this is something. Oh well, also back to the all these everybody talking about how all these the gatekeepers they're mad because like I said I voted last week, early voting, but everybody, and I'm not calling it, definitely not jumping on the bandwagon, but you got all the smart people finally real speaking out, all the
This might
smart
sound
blacks.
crazy, but if you suffer from allergies that cause sneezing, congestion, itchiness, or
This. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I
Now
appreciate all the love. I do.
I never seen this guy before. They just put him in my recommendations. But anyway,
I appreciate all the support. AskWiseToday@gmail.com is the best way to get a hold of me. And before we get into the video, we must have a word from our sponsor, Child Light Candles. Brother Malcolm did not lie. There is nothing new under the sun. The same things that were happening
well,
back
like I said,
then
yep.
are currently happening.
Okay, cause yeah, I haven't watched this video. I'm just watching it now. Y'all seeing it for the first time too. I queued it up before I came out here, but like he said, I've been saying there's not. That's what I was talking about. The devil. That's what I remember. I've been saying it. Like the idiot they keep coming on here. It is nothing new you're doing. All the bosses that you're a fool. It's over. And like I said, that's the good thing to me. No man knows the time, but I just still say this ain't it. Because we're not, some people who don't know the Bible and who wasn't raised as Christians, they don't know. But this is not the signs and wonders, because these aren't wonders. These are fucking idiots. This clown that keep coming on my live. This is way too easy. This is way too fucking easy. This is not the tribulation. It's not 1,000 years. This is not, Antichrist is nowhere near, or the Antichrist is not here. You know, but the good thing, yeah, that's how I knew something was going on myself. That's why I'm still here, because they use the same shit over and over, and like a saying that's not in the Bible, whatever. It's just they use the same shit over and over again.
Right now. He
The
didn't
devil's
lie.
an idiot.
The liberals, these Democrats, they keep using the same playbook.
Yep.
It's entertainment.
Over and over and over again, and that's the good thing, right? Where they really fucked up is they took over gangster rap. I think they fucked up with Puffy. That was their biggest fucking mistake. He could have just stayed in the music industry, but when they put him and with Biggie back in the day, and they tried to take and they changed it to that, the like I said, Lil Kim was nice, as a rapper, Get Money, Junior Mafia. That's what I'm saying, but they just fucked it up. That's where they tried to change it from what gangster rap was about, real shit, to money worship, and that wasn't it. If you had, if you're doing real shit and you get money, yeah, you could talk about it. It's all good. You could talk about it. That's what they all did. You could talk about it, but that's not money worship like Puffy lame ass. And so that what that to do with that's where they fucked up. And so yeah, they fucked up, and that's where they big downfall was thinking. By the time they changed it, and they got these little kids who think a 20-year-old, 25-year-old. Think about a 25-year-old. They was born in like 99, 98. So say they born in the projects, lived in the projects. They think their life is gangster. Like I said, project kids, poor kids, they they weren't gangsters. They were made, they just were poor. And a lot of them sold dope, but they tried to come out as gangsters, but they really, it's just being in project didn't mean you were tough. Really, it just means you had a lot of brothers and sisters and y'all fought, because y'all were poor. You didn't have the real shit. But see, that's what I'm saying. So they grow up thinking just because they was poor and talk shit and got into a lot of fight with each other in the projects with other families that they're gangster. Had nothing to do with that. And that's where they fucked up. And that's like I said, when it came at me, they didn't know the rules. Just like the little clown that keep coming on my, live. It's remember he tried. It was about a week ago. I was standing right there, right, and whatever. Oh, you're full of hot air. I'm like, you full of hot air. That's not gangster. You trying to get me to play myself. So when I'm in handcuffs, getting taken away, you could laugh. It's like, nah, B, you that if you ain't finna come do nothing, and you can't stop it. Like I said, I'm getting more and more money, and now my plans are even more accelerated. At this point, I don't know what they're gonna try tomorrow, but it's a wrap. There's no job that's, especially whatever this job is, that's too hard. It's a wrap. And this one, like I said, tip the permits. I can stay as long as I want. You know, and when I get ready to go, they'll easily find a replacement. Look at this dummy going around the bus. At least the student driver. Well, the student driver waited because they got their student driver. But yeah, the guy went around the bus and almost caused the accident. But so like I said, this job is temp to perm. Look like it's 40 hours. I can stay. It's $16. What is that, like 400 a week, 5 after cut? Let me do the math. Let me do the math. Well, you still watching? So that means the apartment building is coming way faster than I thought. Yeah, so after cut, about 110. It's about 4 a week. We'll just say 4. That's the extra 1,600, right? $1,600, and that I ain't got nothing to do with on top of everything I get. Just so that's extra 16. You communists, like I said, you keep telling these people, these Democrat voters. That's what the videos are about. That's what these new videos these guys keep putting out. Everybody's waking up. They're getting tired of their family members. A few of them been had jobs. They had jobs. And they come like this one guy said. He comes home and he sees Baltimore is all fucked up.
Using the same playbook. It's entertainers, it's athletes, it's rappers, it's singers, it's whoever the mainstream liberal media puts in front of you to get you to go along to get along. They have a list of paper with some talking points, and they stick to those talking points. They get paid to stick to those talking points. I got a great video for you guys. I wanted to preface everything that you're about to see going forward with Brother Malcolm telling you exactly what time it is with these people. Again, there is nothing new under the sun. Let's go.
Everybody sits and has this laser focus on black men. You've got Latino men who are working at the border who are like, hey, I don't like these immigration issues. Why is nobody talking about me? You've got Asian American men who are saying, hey, wait a minute, I don't think affirmative action is a word for me. We have this twisted focus on the wrong group of people. No matter if every single black person, and always, you always had 12, 13% of black people who end up voting for Republican anyway. If every single black man in America who voted for Trump went and voted for Joe Biden this time, it ain't going to change much.
I don't think that's true.
But a large, I'm telling you, even unless you look at a place like Georgia, right, which is a very, very small margin. But most of those black men, it's not going to end up making a difference. But if we look at Latino men and we look at Asian men, that's where the difference is. That's where the focus needs to be. We have the Democrats have to have the Democrats have to have a pivot to different kinds of people and stop talking to folks who are 55, 60 years old who listen to what an old rapper has to say because their votes are already decided. It's those 18, 19-year-olds who are working right now at CVS and Verizon who don't see a difference, who are the ones who are liable to either stay home or switch their votes.
Now, the internet gonna be on fire by what you just said about black men, Jason. I just want.
Hey, no one is checking for what this fool has to say. You see that? He's got his butter biscuits, he's got his manumission, and he's got his talking points, and he's got his marching orders. And this is a black man. See what I'm saying? They use us against us consistently. And this is a liberal, democratic way.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all idiots. You and the bosses, y'all the fucking idiots, man. I told you, the difference. Like I said, I went to school with niggas like him. We probably really didn't hang out too. Well, actually, we maybe did, but he's younger than me. That's what I'm saying. So this is in my day, but he's speaking the truth. Yeah. And see, that's a good thing. That's why I purposely did not change my speak. So you idiots, stupid Democrats trying to be the adults would be lulled to sleep thinking don't worry about it. And now I just been tagging your ass. Just it is nothing you can do about it. You're mad, man. Just go jump off a lake into a lake or something. Take a long walk off a short pier.
Doing things. It goes all the way back to the killing fields on the plantations, way back when. They typically use someone that looked like us to carry out
House
the
nigga.
punishment.
It's called the house nigga. That's what he talking about. See, he's saying exactly what I say. He just used a different, vernacular, whatever. He just, it's all good. It don't bother me at all. I'm a soldier. So, if he was in the military, I don't know. Like I said, I knew guys like him. They, wasn't even an officer. He was another, private, but we didn't, guys who didn't do what we did, black guys, ain't nobody make fun of them if they was, rough and tough. But they, like I said, matter of fact, there were guys like him, but they were older than me, right? When I first got there. As a matter of fact, they come to our room and call it the hood. This could be a Saturday. We just got the little boom box blasting and got the door open playing, what was it, Sega? This is like 94. Now we playing Sega or something. And, they come looking to stick their head in the door. Oh, this is the hood, ain't it, man? It's like, yeah, we speak to, because they outranked us, but it was Saturday, like a little E5 or something. But my point is, yeah, I've been calling y'all house niggas. That's why I said, dude who said boss, you who keep coming up here leaving comments. I know you listening now. You a house nigga. I don't care if you white. At this stage, y'all got white Democrat slaves. Don't make me pull the Chevy Chase on you. Oh, I got to do the Chevy Chase. Okay, let me do the Chevy Chase. I know you. I know you on there. I know you watch it. You probably crying. You crying right now, ain't you? That's you. This you right here. You're not Chevy Chase. You're one of the slaves. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Betty Lee.
Thank you, Betty Lee.
Look, Colonel, the folks have come to serenade you this evening. They love you so much.
I love them too. Give me that, boy.
Give me that, boy. That's you right there. That's your boss you be talking about. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Frank, is that? You know my favorite tune.
Yes,
Sure
sir.
do, Colonel.
Yes, sir, boss. Thank you, boss.
Would you mind
He
if I
spit
sat
on his
in your
head.
lap,
He gave him a
Please do,
spit
Betty
shine.
Lee. Please do.
Field hands would like to dance for you.
Dance for me? Well, I'll dance for them. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder.
Oh, shit.
The truth is Sexual.
Everything is satisfactual.
That's you, huh, boy? Yes, sir. Boss. The bosses. Boss. They spit shine your head.
Are you tired of struggling with dull, ineffective nail clippers that leave your nails jagged and uneven?
It's nothing new. Nothing new. I hope black men see this right here and see that not only are they planning on pivoting away from you because they know that we won't bend the knee, they know that we want to be leaders, they know that we want to take care of our families, we don't want the government in our way. We know
It's
the
over.
border issue.
Like I said, all of that breaking up the black family. Matter of fact, it was a movie, right, with James Earl Jones. I saw it in the maybe the 2000s. It was a 70s movie, right? You know, most of us, especially as a 70s baby, you know, we was only 2 years old when the original Star Wars came out. Well, depending on what year. And so you didn't buy Empire Strikes Back, whatever. That's when you start learning who James Earl Jones, and you know, I'm starting to hear the stories. And you know, I remember they were talking about their reactions when they went to go see Star Wars because they didn't know, and but they instantly knew who Darth Vader was, and they was. I remember them saying, "Yeah, I remember." You know, this is in like '82, and Empire Strikes Back or whatever was coming out or out already. I don't know, but I remember them specifically saying how all the black folks in the theater were happy when Darth Vader started speaking because they instantly knew who it was, right? And it wasn't no thing like, you know, nowadays the representate all that whack shit, you know. But that's that fake communist shit. All right. But my point is, I saw this movie, but I've been hearing the stories in real life about them having to hide in the '70s from the welfare people, right? And I knew about that before I saw the movies. You know, you hear about it. Oh, they used to have to hide, you know, a chick on welfare in the '70s, and she got about 3 kids or whatever. And her and her husband or whoever baby dad husband was there, but the government made him. She was going to lose the benefits. That's how the fucked up it was. And there's a movie. Just look up James Earl Jones and his IBMDM or whatever it's called. The list of his movies. I'm not sure the name of it. And he in the movie he had to hide. You know, when the welfare lady came, it's the '70s. They pointed that out. So all of that stuff, it's over. All of the black men that want to, you know, the kids, it's just, you know, we finna get the hoes in line. It's always gonna be that since the beginning of time. That part, but as far as all women now, like I said, they, you know, they brainwashed women who probably wouldn't have been, you know, out there with 2 and 3 kids. You know, they thinking this and that. That's the thing to do. I'm not making excuses for nobody, but we'll soon see. Now that y'all lost y'all power, it's over. And we all know the real big reason. I'm not on to it. I don't have a big opinion about it. I really don't. It's not. It is, you know, biblical. I'd say don't do it. But you know, the abortions, and that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not the only one. I've been noticed that. And when I started reading again, you know, because of y'all, you know, I said that's what I said. Oh, that's the abortion. They sacrificing the kids to Molech, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're sacrificing the children. It's in the Bible. But I'm not the only one who noticed it and said that. All right, but that's all I'm saying now. I don't want YouTube.
Is going to cause major problems. Not only going to, it is causing major problems in the black communities. It's us that have to stand up against this foolishness, and we're doing so. Let's get into the next video.
And see, that's what I've been said. You know, all this, and then Democrats, you know, what they tried to do is be slick. Yeah, we don't. Well, the Republicans ain't gonna do. It's like, no, what we're saying, you get a Republican, like when Trump was president and Republican mayors, jobs are back. None of that outsourcing all the steel companies. Okay, even if your city ain't got a steel mill, there's other jobs that they just outsource to these companies. That's why it was so hard. Like when I got out of the army in 2000, there was no jobs no more. And like I said, at this point, I'm still working part time for the same company. That's the job I'm going to tomorrow. $16 an hour, but we'll see. But back then, it was only $5.25 in 2002.
And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of all, I'm just gonna say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Charles.
I don't,
Charles.
Gail.
You really can't say that. A, you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely. I'm gonna just tell you something.
And then you will be arrested for assault. And then what?
I'm gonna bail
Then what?
myself out and go celebrate. If I still
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Okay, but go ahead.
Oh, encourage him. Encourage him. Cause somebody gonna bust your big ass, and it's gonna be the end of it.
You
First of all, if I was at that,
at that conference.
I'd have got up and walked out. That was an insult to all black people. Because he basically just saying, and first of all, to compare black history where we've been discriminated against to his plight.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's a billionaire. And they're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. They're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong.
What
And
did
for
he
him
do?
to
It's still in the
compare,
court system, Charles. We have to wait. It's still in the court system. But continue.
well,
Continue.
some of the stuff is true. They did storm the Capitol. They did say that the election was stolen. Those aren't lies, Gail.
Yeah.
Those are
They
facts.
did say that. They
Okay,
did say that.
but to compare, I would have got up and walked out because it's not a fair comparison. He's a billionaire. He's had a great life. He's been president of the United States. To insult black people who have been discriminated against all these years, to put them in the same category.
And they've been discriminated and killed by Democrats, the KKK. Like I said, Chuck is from Alabama. I'm sure and he ain't from Birmingham. He's from one of them small towns, right? Whatever, or somewhere close. I think they used to talk about it. One of his houses, family houses, not one of his famous houses, is close to Birmingham or something like that, somewhere around there. But anyway, all that was Democrats. The 1960s, Bull Connor. I used to hear about Bull Connor when I was in New York as a kid, because obviously my family from Birmingham. But also, they was talking about it on them pictures. The pictures of the fighting the dogs. They just show the pictures. But when I was a little kid in the 80s, they still talking about it. They weren't talking about the pictures. They talking about real life. Bull Connor. Bull Connor and the dogs. I don't remember the exact conversation. Those are Democrats. So that's what I'm saying. Ain't no big switch. Ain't no the Democrats this. The Democrat, it didn't change. There was a big switch. There was no big switch. And like they said, the Republican Party, first off, was founded to fight slavery. And that's a fact, Charles. That's a fact. And you just sitting there lying, them disgusting lies. Is like, damn, Chuck, what did they do, man? You too big to be bending over, but he probably, you know what? Like, I'll put it like this: I was watching the episode of First 48, right? And they was in Miami, and they stay in Birmingham too, and this city. They used to when it was, First 48 was filming all the time. It's like, I know about 5 different people who have close family members been on First 48. I got different stories. The producers. I got friends that didn't decline to be on the little things when they're talking to the people after the murder and the family members. But anyway, that ain't what I'm talking about. It was an episode I'm watching in Miami, and it was just a sting, and there were prostitutes, and they bust them. Right, same standard shit. But the cop is looking at this one obvious dude in a skirt, and since it's on TV, and the cop is cool, so Black Lives Matter stuff. He's just joking with the dude, even though obviously, but that's neither here nor there. My point is here nor there. My point is, the cop finally says, you know what, dude, I'm 6'2", and I gotta look up to you. How tall are you? And it's like, he was joking, but he said it's kind of disturbing because, from the camera angle, this is, like cops at First 48, this is just a camera, right? And he's like, because they're just interviewing them because they be out there all day, slanging themselves, it's Miami. But, and so they're getting information about some murder. They like, well, like we see on Law and Order. We don't care what you do, the drug dealer, prostitute. We just want to know what you know. Dude, we homicide. We ain't worried about that shit. But anyway, he said 6'4" or something like that. He said, I mean, a big old 6 foot dude, 6'4", with a dress on. Not only, it don't matter that he gay, I promise you. But he's in hopping out of cars, with men just hopping, he's making, it is that, I'm not, hey, we anybody who's joking by anything, any area, Birmingham, all over. You see them out there here, yeah, they tall. It'd be a bunch of them. But my point is, so maybe Chuck, just cause Chuck, that don't mean, yeah, I don't know why everybody think just cause a nigga 6'6" that he ain't, this and that's what they talking about. On the inside, he feels, he identifies, you know, like I said, Republicans, we're just all this stuff and this fighting and lying that we care that much and we want to take your this and that from you and this and kill you. No, it's the Democrats and everybody's waking up. Because they're the ones doing all the lying. The Democrats, nobody cares. It's like all they cared. But, and so, and I saw one comment, now I remember. I was going through this section, his comments, this guy, certified voters are adults and don't need Democrats' permission to vote Republican. Exactly. That's another thing. They still trying to use celebrities, gatekeepers, to tell black people they can't vote for Democrats. Literally, they trying to. I mean, it shouldn't be illegal. Let them keep saying this stupid shit. That's just stupid. But technically, but only way it would be illegal, like if you go in front of the voting booth. I mean, the school or wherever you're voting, and they try to stop people from voting. You can't vote for who you gonna vote for. And look, this is good with Democrats 200 years ago. Don't lead the plantation. We need you there. Democrats today, don't lead the projects. We need you there. Conservatives 200 years ago, you're not a slave. Go be somebody. Conservatives today, you're not a victim. Go be somebody. That's exactly what, and that's how we grew up in the 80s. You can be whatever you want. Sorry, not sorry. You can get mad, dude. You can get mad. You finna be. And I would still keep making videos just for y'all when I buy my first property. And you gonna be, you Democrats, I don't know what y'all problem is, but and shit. Yeah, like I said, man, you might as well just, I don't know, just out. Just walk in front of a train or something. Just stop getting beat like this, man. Let it go. Just I don't know. Go do jump off a bridge or something, man. You a disgrace to your mama, your dad. You got siblings, your brothers, your sisters. You're a disgrace, dude. Just just stop embarrassing yourself. But and so whatever Chuck done did that he has no problem saying what he's saying.
Sorry. I was just offended.
You see,
That's
Malcolm
bullshit.
X said it. See, they put people like Charles Barkley out here. He has his marching orders.
Yeah, he offended. Nobody is stupid enough to believe that shit. Yeah, I'm offended. Everybody know, like I said, if you know real estate, that is persecution going after Trump, because every real estate, like they said, you would have to go after every real estate investor in the world. But especially since it's supposed to be American or New York, okay, then go after every real estate investor in New York. It don't matter the big difference, if because she tried to change it. She said, okay, it's just because he lied on the New York State form. So that means every investor. But like any sane person told her, you could write whatever. Like I said, if I'm selling this apartment, if I own this apartment building, it's I pay an appraiser, a commercial appraiser, and they say it's worth a million point 1.5, and I write down 10 million. That's not a crime. The bank gonna say okay, and I ask for 10 million. Say I outright own it. I ask for 10 million. They gonna say okay, and they gonna send their people. They gonna say, well, sorry. Well, good news and bad. We can prove the loan, but not for what you asked. Our appraiser, I don't know who your appraiser. I'm sorry, sir. They lied to you. You might need to find another one. You're welcome to hire another one, but our appraiser says 1.5. That's it. There's no crime. And remember I showed you they had the trolls in the audience. I mean, the comment section, lying. If I put on about my house, if I put out fill out an application and lie on it, I could be in trouble for fraud. No, you can't, you dumb bitch. You're just not gonna get the loan. Or like I said, they still gonna give you the loan because they could take the house once you sign the paper. If you can't pay it back, they gonna give you the money, but they don't want foreclosure. That's another thing. If you know about real estate, it's called REO. They don't want a whole bunch of houses. They want you to pay it back, but the point is, bottom line, they're gonna take it. It don't matter how much you put. If your house is 200 and you lie and say 400, it don't matter. They gonna send their own appraiser, and they gonna give you 200. Okay, we can't give you the whole 400, but we can get you to 200,000. But that's all it's worth. That's all you getting. So Chuck, you're lying. He did not lie. He lies. Then he goes and talks about. But I ain't gonna say too much because YouTube give me a strike. It's like, no, he did not. And we got on video. What's that hag from LA? The one that been there since '90. The old lady look like James Brown. What's her name? The crook. All of them are crooks. What's her name? She's a congresswoman. The bottom line, she literally said, y'all get in their face, tell them they not welcome here. Any Republican, you do this, y'all. That is inciting their riot. And that's on video. It was no there was no, like I said, everybody knows what Trump talking about. It's been like that. We're gonna fight. Fight. Nobody takes that to mean literally fight. We're gonna take the fight to Washington. We've been seeing that in movies since you've been a little kid. A Jimmy Stewart movie, yeah, we go whatever. We're gonna take the fight to Washington. We're gonna fight this and that. That just means we're gonna, this and that. We're gonna debate. We're gonna get the votes. Yeah, we're gonna get the vote. That's all that meant. They still on this whatever the fuck, but don't try that shit, YouTube. That's all I said. There's proof about it. Y'all dangerously close to. I don't know. Y'all just don't want to have jobs.
Out here, he has his marching orders. He has his talking points. You really gonna punch a brother in the face? You right there in Atlanta on a regular, doing your show.
Yeah, that's it. You down there in Atlanta then, But niggas in Atlanta, he talked that good shit because he thinking, the ignorant dumbass niggas with the hot pistols. First of all, they probably they ain't on nobody's side more than likely. But a nigga with a job in Atlanta, the few, if he wearing a Trump hat, more than likely he know better. Since the knuckleheads are brainwashed by y'all, he know better than to not be legally strapped.
There's a bunch of brothers down there with the N words for Trump. Had to, yeah. I bet I'll put any amount of money on it. He won't take his behind down into the hood.
Oh, they got niggas for Trump. It was the NFT niggas for no. They probably got niggas on their shit. I didn't know that. Like he said, he said what I said. Yeah, he said exactly what I said. We're seeing this guy video together, right? He ain't taking his big bitch ass down there to Atlanta in the hood talking that shit. Like cause the niggas know. Like I said, cause it's about money. Money, and ain't nobody telling a real nigga what to do. And that's the end of it. You could be mad, little bitch. I'm talking to you. I know you still listening.
Down there in Fulton County. I know he won't. He talked that talk because you can talk like that around white liberals and they chuckle and listen and laugh. But
Exactly. Feel like that dummy talking about telling, oh, you full of hot air. No, ain't no hot air. Y'all don't do nothing. What do y'all do? Y'all drive by, y'all send a person, a white lady walking with a dog. What I'm supposed to do? Hey, get out of here with that dog, white lady. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? You know, I could talk about her because if I suspect she's a gang stalker, but really ain't nothing to say. You know, ain't shit y'all can do. You can't stop me, bitch.
he's a blackface of white supremacy. He's someone who is a multimillionaire. He's lived a
Exactly. He talking about, Trump's a billionaire. They try to call us we're the blackface of white supremacy. Ain't no white supremacy. Oh yeah, that's that other dude. I forgot to show his video. Probably be Saturday. But anyway, he yeah, they're like I said, he called them stepping fetchets. That's Charles Barkley. He that's another word, the stepping fetchets. I call them house niggas, but he stepping fetch it.
super privileged life. I used to like Charles Barkley until I
We all
seen this and
did.
some of the other things that he said that really is against the word of God, and I just can't rock with somebody like that. Charles Barkley is a liberal prostitute.
Did I just compare him to that prostitute on first 48? That's what I just said. And literally, I said that. That's God for you. I said it, and the dude was big. He was like 6'4", because the cop, like I said, you couldn't tell because the camera angle is at both of their shoulders, and the cop was like, "Yo." After doing the questioning, and he's just laughing. It was a white cop. He said, "Yo, I gotta look up to you though. How tall are you?" Cause he said, "Cause I'm 6'2", dude." And he's like, he got his little skirt on, but he, mini skirt off the top. He said, "Oh, I'm 6'4" or something like that. I told you. Oh shit.
Say and do anything for the bag.
You saw it
That's who
here.
he
You
is.
saw it here. You saw that, right? You saw. I ain't made. You can say I watched it already, but I haven't. But either way, I don't care what you believe.
Say and do anything for the bag. That's who he is.
You're done,
He's
dummy.
shown that time and time again. He, out of his own mouth, has said it. If they pay me enough, he'll do or say anything. So you can't even take people like Charles Barkley seriously. You can't. Because he's already shown you he's for sale. He doesn't care about normal, regular, working class people. It's obvious he don't care about normal working class black people, because if he did, he wouldn't be pushing liberal talking points. He wouldn't be expecting or pushing black people to continue to vote for people that never had our best interests. He took that complete clip out of context, but to be expected, because that's what CNN does. It's easy to chop up a couple clips and you can make somebody sound any kind of way. But you can't refute the talking points if you actually took the time to listen to what he had to say. See, that's the problem with these people. They get a clip that's been chopped up by someone and then they are all up in arms about nothing. Now, if he would have told me, hey, I watched the whole clip and I'm upset about everything that he said, then I could respect that. But the fact that we know he did not do that. Again, Charles Barkley is a political liberal prostitute, willing to say and do anything for the bag. Let's get to the next video.
If the government did nothing else, just making sure that home ownership was more accessible to more of us, would be a great step in the right direction, because for most people who own homes, it is your one beautiful apple of security. You can borrow against it and then pay yourself back and not pay taxes on it. You can use it as leverage should your household run into a crisis and you need something as an emergency. You use it as collateral if you're starting a business. The abilities that you get through home ownership are manifold in this society. And it shouldn't confuse any of us why it is that so many black folks don't have that same opportunity and access.
That was failed governor or candidate Andrew Gillum. I'm not going to go too deep on him, but he lost.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's all that bullshit that it's not access to black. You know, they always you see the clown on here keep talking about the bosses. The bosses are going down. I'm glad they keep trying to expose themselves. They don't understand who they fucking with. They really don't. And it's just a matter of time, bosses. Everybody know the access is because there's no jobs. They're not gonna just give you access to home and the mentality that they can't do it because that's white folks shit. They can't do a good job. They get a job, they can't do a good job. They're white folks shit. Why you working so hard? It's slavery. They did this and that. Now your ass fired and you wasn't even working hard. All niggas asked you to do was pull your own weight. But whatever that corruption y'all have going on, the money y'all stealing that y'all think is so important that is worth fucking with me and everybody else, I hope it was worth it. You need to buy you a space ticket and don't come back, because when it's time to touch your ass, you getting touched.
Lost the race down there to Florida to Ron DeSantis. Thank God he lost, because there's no telling what the state of Florida would have turned into had this dude won. Now, mind you, this man is a black man, married, 2 kids. After the race, he gets caught up in a crazy situation, and I'm going to say allegedly, but there's footage and all types of things, with drugs and male prostitutes and all types of craziness.
Damn.
That's who he is. But I'm not going to go deep in on that today. But he was talking about home ownership. And I do agree with the talking points of what he said. But did you know?
And then, like we said, these are the people that they put in charge or try to put in charge. Like I said, that other guy, his video, I ain't play it yet. He says, all right, bro, you can put it right there. That's good. They put who they want. Why would they put somebody who's going to really do a good job and do the job and not listen to them? So that the affirmative action, of course, you're going to put the house nigga in charge of a black community, the Democrats. So, of course, you're going to do, that's what, like he said, the stupidity of if you're looking for help, why would you want the people you say that you yourself say are racist? Why would you put them in charge of picking who's in charge of your kids, this and that education?
Trump administration.
That's stupidity.
From 16 to 20, more black people actually bought homes during that time frame. The actual black home ownership increased to over 49% during that time frame. And a lot of the reason why it increased the way it did was because interest rates were at all-time lows.
All right, we gonna go to something else right quick.
So just in case y'all didn't know, the government is actually lying to us and stealing from us.
There you go, them stupid ass commercials.
New York Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul is sending 1,000 National Guard and state police to...
Whatever. Is that y'all bosses, man? Dude, that's on here that keep coming, leaving comments. Is that y'all bosses? Because I was talking about, going to Haiti. Is that them? They responding. National Guard. Why in the fuck would you need the National Guard if all you had to do was lock the criminals up? You ain't gotta do all this. That's what everybody's talking about. They want to let. That's why they let the crime go go just out of control, so they can have martial law and call in National Guard. They're crazy, like some kind of Escape from New York movie with Kurt Russell.
Guard New York City's transit system. They're going to patrol platforms, check bags in a large show of force. The move comes as the city faces a spike in crime in some areas, driven largely by grand larceny. Correspondent Will Denslow is live with us in New York City today. Will, getting into people's bags, that can be, kind of aggressive in some moments. There are legal implications, crime, and also politics for a Democratic governor. What's Hochul trying to achieve here?
As we've heard from Governor Kathy Hochul, she says she's laser focused to restore peace of mind for New Yorkers that rely on the subway system. She says that the overarching goal is to rid the subway system of violent assaults. This, of course, as we all know, is such an...
But
You know
anyway,
this guy.
let me say this right quick,
Ginger
because I got.
Marianne. No, wrong. This is Howell. Excuse me, David Mack. Pardon me. If I could tell you a story about Ginger and real...
Again, here's another one. More crazy shit about the
Let me tell you
Democrats.
why I love the Fannie Willis story. Gilligan's Island. That's right, Gilligan's Island. When I was a kid, I loved watching Gilligan's Island. It seems like every day when I come home from school, there would be Gilligan's Island. And I remember asking myself, how can this be? How do they make the pies? Why did the Howells bring all those keys with them and the brandy and the money? And why can they never make a transmitter, but they can a receiver? And it went on and on and on and on. And it was a great, it's like, what's wrong with this picture? This is the Fannie Willis case. I don't understand it. There's always a new story. There's another story. You heard about Cindy Lee Yeager yesterday, right? That's the best one. That's the best one. Have you heard the latest? Have you heard the latest story? Have you heard of Manny Aurora? Make sure I'm getting the spelling correct. Yes, Aurora. Did you catch Manny Aurora? Did you hear this one? You're thinking, wait a minute, who? Wait a minute, what? This is the greatest. This is the greatest. This story is it never ends. And the best is Terrence Bradley. The best is Terrence Bradley. It's the best. Now here's the story. Before we go on, Terrence Bradley, kind of like this. Here's this guy who's kind of in the fringes, kind of an outlier. You know this guy. Ginger and Marianne. No, wrong. Mrs. Howell. Excuse me, David Mack. Pardon me. I could tell you a story about Ginger in real life, but I won't. Let me tell you what's going on. Here's this guy, Terrence Bradley, who somehow, this is the best part. I would ask, I keep on saying Natalie Merchant, but Ashley Merchant, please tell me, how did you get a hold of Terrence Bradley? This was
I think they had him
friend?
the whole time.
This was a guy who featured, I would think.
I think they had it the whole time. Like I've been said from the beginning. Well, of this Fanny shit weeks ago when I first said it, it made dude mad. That's why he keep coming back. The bosses said be quiet. That the whole time, this whole thing is like again. And somebody else made a comment, a good one, just about everything about her. She says, me and him, she just ghetto, uneducated. She's supposed to be a law school graduate, and she tells on herself with her language, it just the way she talks, everything. This girl's a fucking idiot.
Prominently in terms of Georgia, the Georgia criminal bar. He ostensibly is friendly with the DA.
But that's a weird thing. Like I said, like in Birmingham, I've been noticing that. I went to court with my homeboy right here. Just got out of federal prison. It's about what 2011, right before I came out here. And he come get me out the blue. Hey, come get a court with me. All right, man. You just got out of prison, but you worried about city court. So we go down to city court, right? But that ain't it. So you see these little young judges again. Now I know why. They look young as hell. Young girls, same build as the girls who wear hoochie mama gear, but they're Democrats, so they got on some Fannie Willis type gear. They did. It was 2010. But Fannie Willis ain't even got that type of body. She's all dumpy. But these girls in Birmingham, female young judge or whatever, prosecutor, DAs, all of them. I'm like, ain't no way in hell. I'm telling them niggas, like, nope, ain't no way in hell I'm getting prosecuted. Y'all fucking around. It is not like you need to change your life. That what I'm talking about. I'm ain't no way in hell I'm getting sent to jail or prison by one of these dumbass hoes. And I knew it. I knew that's what they was doing in Atlanta, Birmingham, all cities here. They got these young ass hoes they sent they was hoes in college, and one of them they was even talking about. One of them they knew. Again, same thing. She was up under the bleachers sucking dick and that. It's just dumb in high school. They not lying. This Birmingham, nigga. This ain't no white boys, rich kids with money lying. No, they wasn't even talking about bragging about it. They just that's what I'm like. Hell no, this bitch is. That's the point. I'm sorry, not sorry. If you gonna be this and that, you gotta be, basically your parents gotta teach you. You gotta be good your life, your whole life. You can't be. I don't care. It don't matter. But what you do though, what you, all this and that, and y'all in the streets selling drugs. No, but we ain't prosecuting people. That's what we're talking about. You can't be doing stuff like that. And these black folks just, fell for it. These poor black chicks fell for this whatever Democrat brainwashing, and they can't stand up to the test when the time comes and the world is seeing it. They're embarrassing themselves on national or worldwide television. They language, people wondering how they even graduate high school, much less college.
And based upon her love life, apparently that's not exactly a tall order. But I digress. So there he is, he's doing this thing, and he likes her, and then all of a sudden, he's talking, for reasons I do not understand, to Ashley Merchant, filling her in with all the dirt she needs, and he's text messaging repeatedly, over and over. Are you sure about this? Absolutely. Are you saying that they were actually having a relationship from 2019? Oh yeah, absolutely. From the time she ran for office. Oh yeah. You sure about that? Oh, absolutely, quote unquote. And Yurty.
But anyway,
I never thought that YouTube was on this scam.
My point is with the Fanny thing, I think, the whole time, they just wouldn't let them hang themselves. And she did, like he's saying, why is it they still even letting this go on? Like some kind of problem, they're letting it go on, and more stuff just keep coming out. That's what he's talking about. What is all this stuff that just keep coming out, just in the still?
And Yurty, you know this story. This is Robin Brian Yurty, the sublessor of the Love Shack. You know her story. This is great. She says, oh no, they were kissing and hugging and the whole bit. No, yeah, absolutely. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. He's. You're telling me that this was open knowledge? Oh, absolutely. So she's lying, Fanny, and Nathan's lying big time. Why are they lying? They don't have to lie about this. Despite what you may or may not think, it's not necessarily a conflict of interest for her to have a relationship with one of her employees. None at all. Courts have ruled repeatedly there's no conflict of interest or forensic. They say there might be some forensic misconduct. I don't know about that, but there's been no evidence of this at all whatsoever. Courts have ruled that you can have married couples working side by side. You can even have a married couple against each other. I think that's really weird, but sometimes you get a conflict of interest when you have, let's say, for example, a lawyer representing both parties in a divorce, unless they strictly waive any kind of conflict. It doesn't happen. It doesn't come up. It's not what you think. You might conflict out, unless, of course, you're. Remember during the Gotti case? Remember Bruce Cutler? Bruce Cutler turned out to be, who was it who said he was House counsel for Gotti? And Gotti got Krieger, Al Krieger from Miami. Didn't work. But, nonetheless, it's a rare thing. So let's go back to the story. So there he is. And he tells Ashley Merchant, again, go ahead. Ask about this. Ask about the trips. Ask about this. Are you sure? Absolutely. Ask about this. Ask about that. Ask about this. Hey, thanks. No, thank you. Boy, this is a big deal. Don't worry. You can do it. You're fine. He's giving her... Okay, fine. He gets on the stand. He doesn't remember anything. I don't know. Did you tell me this, Terrence?
All right. I got it.
Quote.
I gotta go pick up some shit from the stores, some supplies for next week. I got shit. Did I got any fucking bread? You know, I make my own lunch so I can save money. You know, just basic bologna and cheese. You know, fuck all that. Even $6 for the cheap meal is too much. I don't need all that. So I'm out.